Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2. Alright folks, Warmind, the next DLC for Destiny 2, will be here before you know it. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about in this video, including some news, as well as I want to talk about some exotic updates, which I've not gone over yet. Gameplay in the background is myself playing Escalation Protocol when I went to Bungie Studios. Here I am fiddling around with the scout rifle and the hand cannon. I didn't use the scout rifle too much. It's a pretty good scout rifle. I reviewed it in a video that will be linked in the description and at the end, but for the most part with Escalation Protocol, it's non-stop close quarters action. So for me, it was the hand cannon, the SMG. I loved the SMG, and also the auto rifle was not too bad. So, all right, enough of my babble. Let's get into the news. So as I mentioned on, I think it was Wednesday's video, you want to follow Shackle Shotgun on Twitter. I will link her in the description. She has an amazing Twitter feed where she basically summarizes all the posts and her responses on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, all sorts of stuff from the developers and stuff that's not published in the This Week at Bungie and so forth. So we're going to kick this off with some responses from Dylan, the community manager at DMGO4 on Twitter, with some responses to questions people have regarding Warmind and Season 3. So let's talk about token resets. And when I mean tokens, I mean Iron Banner tokens, planetary tokens, faction rally tokens, Crucible, Vanguard, etc. Now I called this one. Iron Banner tokens will not, confirmed by Dylan, will not reset when Season 3 hits. So my recommendation is if you want to get some cool stuff from Lord Garden Saladin in Season 3, and hopefully he will have, I'm assuming he's going to have some new stuff and new weapons and so forth. The next Iron Banner that hits, we're going to have one more Iron Banner before Season 3. I would grind it out. It's going to be 6v6, control again. I would grind it out, save all those tokens. The last Iron Banner, I was putting all my tokens in the vault just in case, but you don't have to worry about it. Iron Banner tokens will not reset. Now, with regards to planetary tokens, materials, all that stuff, we know that's not going to reset, and that's also confirmed by Dylan. A question I had for them that I tweeted out, but I've not gotten a response from, is will they have any new weapons or armor? I'm going to assume no, because when Curse of Osiris came out, all the vendor destinations, I don't think they had anything new. It was just all the old stuff. However, I'm a hoarder, and I'm hoarding them because I want to get Masterwork cores. Now, we're going to talk about Masterwork exotics in a little bit, and we will not be using Masterwork cores for exotic weapons. I'm hoarding them because I want to get the new armor sets and turn those into Masterwork. So more than likely, I'm just going to wait until Season 3 hits, we get the DLC, and then I've probably almost 1,000 on each destination, cash in all those tokens and see how many Masterworks I can get, break those down into Masterwork cores so I can turn as many legendary, well, favorite legendary weapons that is, and also of course armor into Masterworks. Now with regards to faction rally tokens, Vanguard and Crucible tokens, Dylan said they should not be reset, but he's still waiting on full confirmation. I get a feeling the Vanguard and Crucible, they're not going to reset. I believe we had those going into Curse of Osiris, and you kept all of them coming out of Curse of Osiris. Faction rally tokens, I thought that they disappeared after the faction rally was over, so you can't just use them in the next faction rally. I don't know. I always turn all of my faction tokens in because I want to try to get as much gear as I can, because faction rallies for me provided a lot of Masterworks the last couple of faction rallies, so I would just turn them all in, get Masterworks, and just dismantle them to get those cores. So someone left a snarky tweet to Dylan on why they can't just put Trials on hiatus in Season 3 until they quote-unquote fix it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Does Trials need fixing? I think it needs tweaking. I don't know about fixing. But Dylan's response was trophy/achievement is tied to it. Can't remove availability. Tons of feedback have been collected. Once we have changes to talk about, we'll gladly get the conversation rolling. Trials improvements are definitely on our radar, and we hope to bring the hype back. Now, when he says bring the hype back, I'm assuming it's because a lot of the streamers tapped out from playing Trials, and part of me gets it. I personally like the whole competitive not having a radar thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, how you feel about it. However, you know what? I personally, for myself, this is just me speaking, let me know in the comment section, I'd like to see 3v3 elimination come back for Trials. If not permanently, but maybe make it one of the rotating weeks. You know, some weeks it's countdown, sometimes it's whatever, sometimes just make it 3v3 elimination. I loved it. So it looks like the next few Iron Banners are going to be Control. And a tweet from Dylan says, the Crucible team will be monitoring feedback, but expect Control for the next few Iron Banners, but things could change. Once again, let me know in the comment section. I love Control. That's my favorite game mode, and always was my favorite game mode for Iron Banner. So I hope they keep it as Control, but I still would love to see a Rift come back. Do you think, guys, I know I keep asking to leave me comments, but would you want Rift to come back? I have a lot of questions for you guys. Do you want Rift to come back? I loved Rift. Not that I want it for Iron Banner, but just as a game mode in general, Rift for me was a lot of fun. So it looks like we're going to have a pre-download for Warmind 2 days before the actual DLC goes live. Let me know in the comment section if this works on Xbox. I went into the PSN store because I've got the Season Pass. Warmind is there to purchase, but for me it was free because I've got the Season Pass. But when you go into the details, you see an auto download date. It's going to be 2 days before the actual DLC hits, which I think is a good thing. Preloads are always great because as soon as it goes live, hopefully they could just flick a switch and we all start playing Warmind on May 8th. So let's talk about Masterwork exotics. So with Masterwork exotics, as I explained in a previous video, it's not going to be just take some Masterwork cores and turn your exotic into a Masterwork. You're going to have to work for it, and it's going to be a catalyst, which we're going to have to find. Now, exotic Masterworks are going to unlock some sort of hidden perk, and it got leaked out that Vigilance Wing, the secret perk, is going to be that it's going to be full auto. The exotic hand cannon Crimson, that's going to have max range and I believe more ammo when you unlock the Masterwork version of it. So as I showed in the inspection here on the Risk Runner, it's got a catalyst where it says I need to do something, and Bungie had said that there's going to be some more steps to this task and they want to make us grind for these things. So this comes from Dylan. He says, once Season 3 begins, you'll be able to inspect your existing exotics to see which ones have hints on where to earn catalysts for the Masterwork socket. If there isn't a Masterwork socket, it's not yet available. Now, they did confirm that, I think this week or last week, that yeah, when Season 3 hits and Warmind drops, not all the weapons that we have, we can't just immediately start turning them all into Masterworks. Only a few chosen. Actually, you know what? I don't even know how many. Basically, not all of the exotic weapons we have right now. As soon as the DLC hits, we can't just immediately start the quests or finding these catalysts to turn them into Masterworks, which I'm okay with. Look, stretch it out. It's going to be a long summer, and it's going to be a long time until September. Now, Dylan says also, you just need to own the exotic in order for the catalyst to drop. So I don't think you have to even have it on your persons. You could just own the exotic as long as it's in your collections. You should be good to go. A few other things that Dylan clarified on Twitter. Control was the most popular Iron Banner mode, not just 6v6 Iron Banner, but also no clarion call for Season 2, it says here, but I think that's meant to be Season 3. It looks like we're not getting a clarion call. Do you remember the clarion call? I vaguely remember it. I think it's when you did stuff with your clan and you got bonus XP to get more bright engrams. I think Bungie's pretty much moving away from the whole Eververse thing, although I am fully stocked on Bright Dust because I earn a lot of bright engrams. I just dismantle everything, and I think I'm up to about 8,000 or 9,000 Bright Dust right now. So if she has anything cool to buy cosmetically, I'll go buy it with Bright Dust when Season 3 hits. Now, they had mentioned numerous times talking about seasonal vendor progression, and now we don't know much about it right now. But I believe they're just talking about the vendors in the tower. I don't believe the destinations. But some clarification on why they haven't talked about seasonal vendor progression. Dylan says it's coming in Season 3. Crucible ranks are a form of seasonal vendor progression, earning different ranks to get different reward packages and tiers. For Vanguard, we'll see if I can get some info in the next week, or at least before 1.2.0 goes live, so you know what to expect. Now, I personally, and let me know in the comment section, I hope they do have something for Vanguard, or for doing PvE stuff. You know, the PvP pros, they've got their ranked play now, so they can grind away and get packages, get rewards and stuff. I hope they do the same thing, and it looks like they are. They do the same thing for us PvE MLG pro scrubs like myself, right? Who can just grind strikes for hours and do patrols for hours. I want to get some similar type rewards for ranking up my Vanguard or ranking up a certain destination. I doubt they'll do it for destinations, but more than likely, definitely for Vanguard, and we'll find some information out soon, hopefully. So let's talk about some of these exotic updates that we know of so far, as Bungie keeps teasing these out. I didn't get to cover any of these because I was away last week, but let's take a look at first Skyburner's Oath. So when you aim down sight, you fire slow, but when you hip fire, one, it fires faster. Two, they're giving it explosive rounds, and when you hip fire, not only is it going to fire faster, it's also going to track. So those rounds that you're shooting on the floor, they're going to track their target. So safe to say, I'm excited about the Skyburner's Oath revamp in 1.2. Next up, we have Graviton Lance, and John Wisniewski chimed in a little bit more in terms of details with the changes to Graviton Lance. So now it's a 2-round burst, not 3, but the second round is going to do more damage than the first round. They wanted to make the time to kill more competitive in PvP. The detonation now has been changed to be stronger and not push the enemy back away from other adds that may be close by, but instead the detonation is also going to have these Void Seekers to finish off any nearby targets, kind of like the slow Nova Bomb. Now, I've been using Graviton Lance since 1.1.4 in PvE, and it's pretty good. This is just going to make it absolutely epic when 1.2 hits. Now, the Rat King is getting an overhaul, and I have to admit, I have not used the Rat King since I actually got it. But the Rat King is going to fire full auto, and also the invisibility effect has been increased, and you're still going to get the Rat Pack buff if your teammates have it stowed. So I imagine people are going to have fun with this in the Crucible, in PvE activities, with everyone running around with these damn things. Now we've got the Tractor Cannon, which might finally be usable, and basically what it does is it provides a Void debuff for 10 seconds that makes that target extremely vulnerable to void damage. And I believe that means void weapons, it means void grenades, void melees, void anything. So let's look at that clip again. So he's going to hit the boss with the Tractor Cannon, it's going to suppress them, but then also give him that 10 seconds. So between the Tether, the Nova Bomb, and your weapons, that's why this boss just gets insta-melted. So I like the idea. I'm just wondering if they're going to nerf that thing down the road, because everyone's going to be running it in PvE activities, right? Why would you not use it, especially in Nightfalls? You get to the boss, you choose Void Burn, get to the boss, and then everyone just melts him in 2 seconds. I get a feeling they're going to end up changing that. Hard Light is getting 2 simple changes. One is you can change the element on the weapon from Arc, Solar to Void simply by reloading, just like you do with the Borealis. But then also the actual ricochet rounds are going to do double damage. So I don't know about you guys, but I typically don't hit, well, I haven't used this thing in a very long time. But if you hit, well, if your shots ricochet off a wall, if they hit an ad or hit anything, they're going to do double damage. Now, I covered this the other day, but the Borealis is getting a really nice buff, and the Borealis is available right now on PlayStation. So after breaking an enemy shield with a matching damage type, Borealis is going to deal double damage until the next reload or damage type swap. And as you can see, that goes for PvP. So he hit that Dawn Blade, he broke the shield, and now he's got double damage, which means one-shot body kills. So it should be interesting to see how this thing pans out in PvP. I myself, I enjoyed sniping in Destiny 1, was not very good at it. Really haven't tried sniping in Destiny 2. I did a little bit when I got the new sniper from the Nightfall, but I'm still not good with it. I am running my main ingredient or sometimes my shotgun. Now for the Prospector, that grenade launcher, it looks like that thing is getting sticky grenades. In one of the clips during the reveal stream, I can't find it for the life of me, he dies to the Prospector, and it clearly looked like the grenade stuck to him and blew up on him, and that's when he died. So I think that's going to be, I don't know, maybe they increased the damage or something, but that thing definitely needs a buff because I have not used it since I reviewed it when it first came out. Now, with regards to the Drang and Sturm combination, first off on stream, you saw Rampage proc when he got a kill with the Drang. So not only did they add Rampage to that, but the Sturm is also going to be able to 2-tap people. So what they said was when you get a kill with the Drang, it's going to reload the Sturm and overload the mag up to 20 rounds from 12. It's going to overcharge the damage on the overloaded rounds. That's going to be the 13th and the 20th rounds. Now the Fighting Lion, that's a grenade launcher, but it's in your energy slot. They're increasing the proximity damage of the grenades, so you don't need to get direct hits for it to be useful. They also reduced the direct impact damage, and they also gave it some more ammo. If you get a kill with the grenade, it's a guaranteed energy ammo brick. And that's going to be important in PvP because let's be frank, you're going to run out of ammo rather quickly using the Fighting Lion as your energy grenade launcher. Now for the Crimson, they're giving it more ammo, more damage, and they also tuned the precision damage, and they sped up the time between the bursts. Now this is not talking about the Masterwork version that supposedly is going to have maximum range and even more ammo. Now for the Risk Runner, the exotic submachine gun, they're going to increase the amount of arc damage resistance while the arc conductor is active. Also enabled this in PvP, however, the weapon must be equipped in order to get the arc damage resistance buff in the Crucible. Superconductor will now proc while the weapon is stowed. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hate making long videos because I feel like you guys tune out after about halfway through. But that's going to do it for this video. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end. And guys, if you don't see any videos from me for the next couple of days into next week, I'm going away with my girlfriend for a couple of days. Could take a little vacation. Want to be refreshed for when May 8th comes out. Well, when May 8th, God, I can't talk at the end of a video. When May 8th hits and Warmind is here because I will be streaming nonstop. I'll be doing exotic reviews. I keep plugging this. If you get an exotic, hit me up on Twitter. I would love and be in your debt forever if I could use your account to review it. That's it, guys. Do me a favor, drop a like at this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream. Usually always on YouTube, and that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.